Hello, I'm Klaus Møller. I'm the founder and the chairman of TimeMend International, TMI. TMI helps individuals and organizations and companies to bring out their best. TMI is one of the largest training organizations in Europe and maybe in the world. We train about 200,000 to 300,000 people per year, and we have offices in 40 countries. When we help organizations to create lasting results, normally we achieve some extraordinary results. Some years ago I worked with SAS and Jan Carlzon, the famous president, and two things happened in this connection. SAS became the leading airline in the world and was known for profitability and service quality, and secondly, Jan Carlzon was fired. I also worked with Gorbachev and the Supreme Soviet some years ago, and two things happened. The Berlin Wall came down, and Gorbachev was fired. So, if you have the courage one day to invite me to work with you to create extraordinary results in your company, you have to be a little careful, because I'm sure that your company will get extraordinary results, but what will happen to you? Well, I put a little humor into this introduction, and that may be typical for TMI and me. I have a special philosophy when it comes to training. I think that people learn more when they are awake than when they are asleep. And if you want to present a tough message and direct message, it may be an idea to put a little humor. And what about putting a little humor into life, both into your private life and into your work life, to create a quality of your private life and your work life? And this is what we help people to do. One of the biggest problems in companies is that there is a commitment gap and a trust gap. People are not bringing their Saturday evening brains to work or their football brains to work. They are actually not performing at their best. They don't bring their heart to the job. They may bring their brain and the body there, but not their hearts. This is not just something I indicate or think. It's actually something which I can prove. TMI, my company, made an alarming survey a few years ago in Europe. In the period between 1990 and 1997, we asked 60,000 people working in public and private companies in Europe a number of questions related to the work culture. We asked questions like, how long time are you going to stay in the company? Are you proud of working in your company? Do you do your best each day in the company? And the results were quite alarming and thought-provoking. 1 out of 10, meaning 10% of the workforce in Europe, were in the process of applying for a new job for one reason or another. 4 out of 10, meaning 40%, answered no to the question, are you proud of working in your organization? Are you proud of your company? They actually have negative comments about their company. What I think is even worse is that 8 out of 10, 80%, were indifferent when it came to the results of the company. They were not putting their hearts into the company. If the company had a good result, then they would say, okay, that's fine. And if the company came out with a bad result, they would say, okay, so what? Then it's a nice feeling that we don't own the company. Only 2 out of 10, meaning 20%, really were committed and were putting energy and heart into the job. And if a company wants to survive today, it's important that everyone brings out their best. In a football team, you can't win without everyone bringing out their best. And in a company with a still fiercer competition, you need to have everyone to bring out their best. If you look at the little report I shared with you, or the results of it, 1 out of 10 were in the process of finding a new job, and what was quite alarming was that they have not told management about it. And when I asked them, why have you not told management that you are actually applying for a new job, and they would say, no, you must be joking, because we don't trust that management will treat us nicely. If we came and said to them, listen, boss, I have been here for 5 years, I have had a good time, but I think it's time now to find another job. I have not, boss, found another job yet, but when I find one, I'll tell you. It would be nice, wouldn't it, if you had such an organization where you could openly tell that you think of leaving, but you don't trust management's behavior in this case. In Europe, we found out that in this case you would often be escorted to your room and asked to empty your drawers, and under the supervision of some person, so they make sure you don't steal money or any property from the company. Could you imagine that you do the same to your son? Could you, or your daughter, if they came to you and said, Mommy or Daddy, I have been living with you for 18 years, I have enjoyed it a lot, and I have been very happy, but I'm in the process of finding myself another room when I can pay for it, and when I find another room, I will of course tell you, and I will let you know. Would you then say to your son or daughter, okay, in that case, you just get out, you empty all your drawers, you leave the home, and we don't want to see you again? Probably not. Because you have a lot of confidence in your children, they have a lot of confidence in you. But we need, in order for companies to survive and grow, confidence between companies and the employees. If you put staff first, then they will put customers first. But this is not the way Danish companies are thinking. They put money first, and then customers, and then in between, if we have a little more money, okay, we can try to be nice to people, give them a nice Christmas gift. This thinking is one of my main messages today, has to be changed entirely. We have to focus on our people. Because if we do that, they will take care of our clients, and they'll be creative and come up with new ideas, which we need in order to survive. They will be willing to change if they trust management. So management have to come up with some trust strategies. How can they be in a situation where staff trust them? In football, it's obvious that if you want to win, you have to come up with real teamwork, and football really represents teamwork. When it's best. Every player feels responsible for the results of the team. Everyone is committed. Everyone plays for not only themselves but for the team to win. And there's in football a genuine we culture. When we win, we say we won. When we lose, we say we lost. Could you imagine we had this attitude in a company? Then we would have better companies. In companies we need a we culture, and this is not always the case in companies. Very often in companies you see that management say, for instance, we have, meaning management, have given them staff some work to do, but they don't perform. Or staff say, we do not get enough information from them management. But could you imagine that we had a teamwork in each team so that everyone was playing for not only themselves but for the team to win? Actually, the company is a team of teams. And when the clients meet our people out there in the fingertips, what they consider quality is our teamwork, how we work together, how we function together. In football, every player feels appreciated and get a lot of attention from the spectators and from management.